So, today, for Raggy's Beers, Wines and Spirits review, I'm going to do a very popular beer. Marstons Pedigree. I'm a member of Marston's Beer Club on Facebook, a Facebook group, and we were sent one of these the other week, and it was like a massive Facebook, like, you know, group session, drinking session, and whatnot, and they were telling us about the history and how it's brewed and that. On the back of this it says introducing Pedigree, or P as it was first known. Strange that looking, but anyway, it has a fascinating aroma with a palate of biscuity malt, spicy hops and light fruitiness. It was named in a staff composition back in George Peard's day. He was our head brewer at the time. That's him on the front. Cheers, George. There's George. George, well done. Bottle conditioned beers contain live yeast. So what it is when it goes in the bottle, it's still kind of, you know, brewing away, basically, fermenting. Not too excessive, but obviously still carrying on a bit. For me, I think it's better to leave these until after the date because you get a stronger beer. Just my thought of it. But anyway, so 4.5%. It's an amber ale, bottle conditioned, and it is a beaut. So I've got my glass. Ooh, let me get a clean glass because I used that yesterday. Right. Oh, no. And we've got a Castle Rock from the Nottingham Beer Festival 2015. Look at that beaut. Don't know if I'm going this year. I need to get someone to go with me. Right, let's crack it open. If you're wondering what that noise is, it's my triple header of brews that I'm doing at the moment. As a beer fan, I like to brew my own as well. And there you go, there's the pour. Lovely amber colour. Enough carbonation without going silly. Not much of a head on it, but that's probably because the way I poured it. Malty smell. Doesn't say too much about the smell, does it? It has a fascinating aroma with a palate of biscuity malt. Oh, it's one of them beers, you know. And for a popular, you know, world countrywide beer, you know, it's not lost its flavour. In fact, bottle conditioning's probably helped this. Now, bottle conditioned beers aren't always good. There used to be a real ale shop in Gedling in Nottingham, and sadly closed now. It moved and then it's closed. And some of the bottle conditioned ales they had, I mean, you're talking £3, over £3 a bottle, which, you know, it's pricey. And some of the beers, I mean, say you're paying £3 a bottle, you know, you can understand the bottle conditioned. Camera, you know, their bottle conditioned is their thing, but some of the beers were bloody rancid. You know, you're drinking them and they've got a real nasty taste to them at the end. You know, I mean, I'd be giving them 2 out of 5 because they're just nasty tasting beers that tasted like they've gone off, even though the date was well in. You know, I don't know what happens in the brewing process with some of them. I'd have loved to have reviewed all them beers because, you know, when you come to something like this, which is bottle conditioned but actually tastes nice, some of them didn't. I mean, I bottle condition my beers so that, you know, it's secondary ferment basically, and you pour them out, and you know, only one has ever got to the stage where it was a little bit too overdone, and that was this evil dog behind me. I bottle conditioned that, and when I first drank it, it was beautiful. And then when I bottle conditioned it, bloody hell, the strength went through the roof. And you know, I reckon it was about 7.5% when it first fermented, and then with bottle conditioning, after a while, it gone up to 9-10%. It was a very, very strong beer. You know, one pint and you really felt it. Not much of a head on it. Let's pour some the normal way, see if it makes a difference this time. So yeah, all on the pour. Not masses of carbonation, but that might be due to the glass. It's got a lovely white head on it, a lovely colour to it, dead clear. You know, it's what you want to see from a beer. Marston's, you know, I'm impressed. I've tried some of their beers that I've never had before. 61 Deep, I was impressed with that. I was actually impressed with EPA. Their cheap £1 beer. I thought it was going to be one of these nasty, you know, cheapo beers that don't taste nice, but it was actually fair play. And I've got to say that a lot of the cheap beers have actually been fairly recommendable. So, you know, sometimes, you know, you're a bit of a snob. You look at the ones that are £1, you think, well, I'm not touching them, because they're £1 for a reason. But not always the case, you know, that's a lesson that even I've learned. Then I look at some of the beers that are £5 and I think, I'm not paying a £5 for a bloody beer like that. You know, why is it just, is there any way to justify that £5? Because let's be fair, forgetting about VAT and all the rubbish, you know, that, you can brew, this is Head Cracker. This was £20 for 24 pints. So, less than £1 a pint. This is Mangrove Jack's, 40 pints for £20, 50 pence a pint. Yeah. Yeah. Double Evil Dog Double IPA. Again, 50 pence a pint. So you can make a pint for that price. And I can understand profit, obviously VAT comes into play. But at £2 a bottle I think is fair. You know, if you get it on a 4 for £60 in supermarkets, that's fair. But £3, £4, £5 a bottle, I don't agree with that, you know. Oh, very nice, very palatable. It's a hot day today, another hot day. Just this weather's, you know, it's shocking at the moment. I'm a gardener, so it's not great for me. It's a little too hot, struggling to keep everything watered. It's very warm to work in. And again, look at that. So, it's got no outstanding tastes. You know, it's not, you know, there's nothing outstanding about it. But it is absolute quality. You know, it's a quality beer. You know, it's you go to a pub and you see this on tap, you want to get it. I mean, I've tasted it on draft from pubs, and it is one of the better beers. This and Hobgoblin on tap. Oh. You never see King Goblin on tap, so that's a downer. And I do love my King Goblin. So out of 5. Out of the beers that are available just about everywhere, every shop you go to, I would class this as a solid 4.5 out of 5. You know, it is one of the best that we do. And you can see why it's such a strong seller. You can see why they put it on these pound deals, because they know they're going to flog a load. And it's not just about the price, but, you know, the reason it's on it because you know, companies want to sell loads, and obviously Marstons will come to a deal with the likes of Morrisons and whoever to sell them at that price. And it's all good for us, the drinker, because obviously we want to taste decent stuff as well. No real bit. Get a bit of a malty aftertaste. A little bit of biscuity. You can taste that in it. proper beer. You know, it's like traditional beers. It's one of them that you know, it's definitely drinkable. You know, definitely one of them. If you come across it in a cask, and these casks are massive now. At one stage you won't get them anywhere, and then this Morrison started doing them, and now all supermarkets are doing them, and there's lots of casks. It's amazing how fashions change. So that was a great bottle, just what I needed after a long day at work. Spot on the money. And England are playing tonight, so might need a beer or two just to stomach what happens. You never know in these days. Thanks for watching.